What's up, people? How you guys doing, man? Hopefully everything's going well with you. Sorry about the background noise. I'm here to talk about the big game, the Giants and Falcons, which for the first time, the Falcons, for the first time, a playoff team's only score was one safety, 2-24, and that was because of that penalty. If it wasn't for that, then it would have been a shutout. Period. So offense was held scoreless. They didn't even have a field goal in. They didn't even at least have a field goal. That was really ridiculous. That was a really slow game. It was a slow game, 2-7 halfway, and then Giants were the only team able to pick it up. So it was mostly a one-team game. So I'm very disappointed to see a game like that, and very disappointed for the Falcons. They put off a big game, and then they lose like this. I'm very disappointed. Matt Ryan's winless, and Falcons have been in the playoffs for almost 3 years in a row now. I remember when the Patriots went undefeated in the regular season. The Falcons were what? Falcons were 4-12. They had Doug Johnson, terrible quarterback, and then they picked up Matt Ryan as their draft pick, and they turned the team around, and then they got rid of Michael Vick to go to the Eagles, and then Michael Vick is doing well with the Eagles, and then Don McNabb, not doing so well, so it's a disaster. So for the most part, it was a really good game, and it was really incredible. I thought that the Falcons were able to pick it up. Falcons were not really. Giants were able to pick it up. I mean, and they put on a great game. Eli Manning, I think, with 4 touchdown passes. And apparently, it was mostly the Giants really carrying the game. So that game was a really slow game. It was really, you could say it's boring now because Giants were the only team to dominate at the end, and that's what we got. So, it's just, yeah. So, what a bad game. And I have to say the only team able to pick it up was the Giants. Giants 10-7 now after that victory, and
They're faking the field goal. He's not going to fake the field goal.
Sorry, stupid advertisements. But yeah, for the most part, Giants threw 4 yards past to Knicks, and then 14 yards, 85-yard drive. Eli Manning was really on his game. Matt Ryan didn't even reach 200 yards, but that was good enough. But they didn't get enough to get any touchdowns, which is what I'm really disappointed about, and I'm very surprised. 2 points, and Matt Ryan's number 2. That's very disappointing, and I have to say it was kind of a shame. But all I can say is that Falcons need to be in the Super Bowl. I was hoping it would be Falcons Broncos if that was to happen. And if that did happen, oh my gosh, that'll be a rematch. The best rematch in history. But I don't think we're going to see that. We could even see Green Bay and the Broncos in the Super Bowl. Packers and Broncos like they did in the 90s. And then see that caliber. Or we could see Giants and Patriots or Ravens and 49ers. But I have to say, it's going to be Patriots and Packers. That's what I'm going for. Even though the Giants may have a shot at beating the Green Bay Packers like they did back in '08. Because Giants always end up being on a roll. Like, they're always on a roll. And then they're able to pick it up. Especially Eli Manning continuing to improve year by year by year by year. So, I'm really proud of them. So, I have to say for the most part. Who else? Especially their father, Archie Manning, was their key weapon. So, that's what I'm going for. Now, the most interesting game in the NFL. Broncos and Steelers. Broncos pick up a win. 11 seconds into overtime after one play. They score. The game is done. Like, that's it. It was just pure sudden death. And they score a touchdown. And that's it. I have to say, it was a shame for the Steelers. Steelers had a big 12-4 season. And now all of a sudden they lose to the Broncos. I was hoping the Steelers win. I really want to see Steelers and Patriots go at it in the playoffs for the first time. But crazy enough, that didn't happen. So, unfortunately, we did not see that. So, apparently, the Broncos, really put out a good game. I don't really blame them. Especially at home, they had the momentum and stuff. Especially against the Bears. The Bears made some terrible mistakes. If the Bears didn't make no mistakes, Broncos probably would have been 7-9. Or they probably would have more momentum to win the last 3 games. Yeah, they could have been like 10-6, something like that. Yeah, 10-6. The Broncos really turned it on. Like, they actually put on a good game after losing 3 straight games to finish off the season. So Broncos now 9-8 and Steelers 12-5. What a sham. But Ben Roethlisberger was playing with an injury, so he actually had a good game himself. But he was playing with an injured ankle, so for the most part he was still able to pick it up. And I don't blame him. Stuff happens, but he was able to fight through it. And that was really impressive. So that was a really good game. Like, Steelers able to pick it up at the end, and then able to send the game to overtime. Tim Tebow's just now the heart and soul of the team. Hopefully that's not his only good season, because you never know what could happen next season. Broncos could go off 6-10, 5-11, and Tim Tebow may have a really bad season, so you never know what could happen. He could have a horrible year. And other than that, Tim Tebow may have this year have a good season. So for the most part, I have to say, congrats to the Denver Broncos. Now they're facing the Patriots, and I can't wait for this caliber. I was hoping Steelers and Patriots in the playoffs. The Steelers may beat the Patriots. Well, they have more capability of beating the Patriots, just like they did during the season. But the Patriots could turn that around. Sorry. And Broncos may turn that around. Patriots could turn it around. Broncos may turn it around against the Patriots, but Tim Tebow, I don't think he's really good at home, because he lost 3 road games, I think, straight. Yeah, there were 3 road games he lost, so we're going to see how he airs off against the Patriots on the road. So I can't wait to see that game. I have to say I'm going for Patriots. It's going to be a close game. Ravens and Texans. Ravens are going to definitely beat the Texans. It's going to be a really close game. I have to say it's going to be 15-12. I have to say a lot of defense is going to air off of this one. Giants and Green Bay. Green Bay is going to pull off a close one, 27-24, like they did in the season. And New Orleans and San Fran. I bet it's going to be New Orleans 31-17. Unless San Francisco makes some serious adjustments, because the defense is where they came into play for San Francisco to have a dominant season like they did so far. So 13-3 San Francisco. I'm very proud of them. They actually really had their season turn around. They were 6-10. They had almost 9 bad seasons straight. 8 seasons actually. 2003 2-14. No, 2003, 7-9, 2004, 2-14, 2005, 5-11, and from then on out, they haven't made the playoffs. So this year, this is where they really turned their season around for the first time to be in the playoffs with the new coach. So I'm really impressed with that. So I have to say, it's going to be a close game. San Francisco, I bet, is going to make defensive adjustments. So I'm going to take back what I said. It's going to be 21-28. Still New Orleans. Drew Brees is a ruthless quarterback, and having a big game against the Lions like he did, man, that's where it comes into play. Drew Brees. They're going to score 21 points, I think, the first half, Drew Brees, and then they're going to start making adjustments. But San Francisco, I don't think would be enough for them to pick up the win, so it's going to be 28-21. It's going to be a good game, so I'm still excited. Those of you who are 49ers fan, I may be wrong. I apologize for my predictions, but just see how Drew Brees has been playing. He's been playing real ruthless, and especially with the powerful arm he has, man, it's incredible. So I really can't wait to see the game. I'll be so excited to see it, and it's going to be evenly matched, so can't wait. So those are my thoughts and predictions for the NFL. I will be coming up with some WWE thoughts on WWE in a little bit. So hope you guys have a nice day, and peace out.